What's up, everybody? It's Chris back here to make a quick little, I guess this will be my first vinyl finds video. Most of the stuff in here, I'd have to say, I probably got it, just taking a quick look. Yeah, most of the stuff I got it, been hitting up a lot of estate sales, like I mentioned before in a couple of videos. Some you kind of get lucky at, some tend to be a little worse once the dealers get there. You get a lot of people to fight, and not fight, but you know what I mean, dig with, I should say, amongst us. But some of them can get pretty nasty, and I was here first, and that kind of thing. But can't let that deter you, and you just got to get out there and you know, keep digging, and hopefully get some good stuff. So without further ado, I got quite a few to show here. So I'm not gonna do any needle drops today, but I've actually bought several hundred records over the last month, and you know, it's a process. I don't bring them upstairs to my main room here until they get cleaned and sleeved and outer sleeved. So I got a lot of records downstairs still that need to be cleaned, and I'll be doing some vinyl finds on those later. But this will be my first one, so here we go. So I had this record, Moody Blues Octane, but this was too good to pass up. I mean, it's an immaculate condition. Obviously, you can't really tell being in the sleeve, but it's an immaculate condition. And I love the Moody Blues, Under Moonshine, one of my favorite off this one. Side 2, probably I'm Your Man, Survival. But just a really great Moody Blues album. If you don't have it, it can be found relatively cheaply. Like I said, this was an upgrade copy, so all these were pretty much, for the most part, $3. But I'll let you know otherwise if it ended up costing me more. But the next one is a band called The Alarm Declaration. Actually, I've not listened to this one yet. If any of you have, let me know how it is. But I'll show you why I bought it here. Definitely a early 80s. I mean, look at each one of their hair. I love it. Whoops. So that's why I bought it. I mean, it looks like typical 80s, you know, rock music, but I'll have to let you know. It was recorded at Abbey Road as well in England, so can't be that bad. I don't know, maybe it is. We'll find out later on. Also, this was another one. I had heard about it, but I've never listened to it yet, so can't really comment on it yet. It's Ian Lloyd and Stories, Traveling Underground. Another one I kind of bought for the cover art, pretty much. It looks kind of psych type music. You can see the back here. And some pretty trippy stuff, just some kids. And so it looked kind of cool. If any of you have heard that as well, let me know. Let me know how it is. And then I had to get, of course, some good old ABBA. I think this one's not as well known as obviously a lot of their hits, but I have heard this one. My Mama Said, Hasta Mañana, Waterloo, all good songs. Typical ABBA. I wouldn't say I'm always in the mood for ABBA, but every once in a while, you know, I don't mind throwing it on and listening to it. Not ashamed to say it. All right, next we got Michael Murphy, Cosmic Cowboy Souvenir. I found a Michael Murphy album in an antique mall a couple months ago. It's kind of a blind buy, but I really enjoyed it. I have not listened to this one yet, but hopefully it's just as good as the last one I had. This one's on A&M. A song called Honolulu on here, Alleys of Austin, but kind of definitely not rock, more singer-songwriter type music, but really enjoyable. Hopefully that's a good one. A lot of people have this as well, but Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I'm not sure which number album it is. I already had this one, but this was like I said, upgrade copy. I'm kind of one for you know, buying an album even though maybe the cover's not in the best of shape, and then hopefully one day get an upgrade copy. I'm kind of all about, I'd rather have a better record than a cover. Obviously you always want to have both, but this is a mono. Let's see, songs on here. Sometimes in Winter, More and More, God Bless the Child. So, Like I said, upgrade copy. A lot of people like this one, Little Feet. Pretty cool cover art. This is Sailing Shoes. Cat Fever, Easy to Slip, Triple Face Boogie. It's a really cool cover. Typical Little Feet. Kind of bluesy, kind of rock, in my opinion, but let me know what you think. Inextesh. Shabu Shobua. I probably said that wrong, but promo copy. Typically don't like greatest hits, but like I said, it was there. I couldn't pass it up. Bob Dylan, greatest hits. Started getting these guys a little bit more. I don't know. I was kind of, I don't know why I wrote them off, I guess you could say, but I just never really, had an urge to listen to them. But I don't know. I just put one on one day that I had, and now I've been trying to buy quite a few. But this is Steely Dan Pretzel Logic. Julian Lennon, Valette. America, Horse with No Name, obviously. Title track is on here. One of their probably all-time greatest hits. This was an upgrade copy for me as well. So I'll probably be purging the other one out of my collection, but it's a great record actually. And they could be had very cheap usually. This was a Billy Joel album that I did not have. This is The Bridge. It's a later Billy Joel, I believe, or actually no, it's pretty early. Never mind. And always been a big fan of this man. Like I said in earlier videos, my dad was a huge fan of him, and in turn, I am. And he was just here last weekend, and I actually showed him this, and he had never even seen this one. This is Jimmy Buffett. This is on Excelsior. And actually, it's this the Jimmy Buffett. So this is from 1981. So this was later after he's made a couple albums, but I had never seen this one as well. So not sure if any of you have. But anytime I see Jimmy Buffett album, I don't have it. It's coming home. A lot of mixed reviews on these guys, but I don't know. I like them. Roxy Music. This is the 4th Roxy Music album. Todd Rundgren, Back to the Bars. Sorry, I was reading backwards. So, I just got my first album of him a couple weeks ago, and I don't know, I've been kind of fortunate to find a couple more lately, but this is Van Morrison, his band, and the Street Choir. Very cool album. I have listened to this. I like it a lot. I don't know, Van Morrison, just Brown Eyed Girl was the only, song I ever really heard growing up. I never really been introduced to more of his stuff, but now that I have, I really enjoy it. Very cool. This is a mint copy too, so I was happy to get that. I already had these guys on vinyl, but I wasn't sure if I had this copy, so I bought it. But I did have this copy, but this is still an upgrade for me. Still has a price tag on it too. In the Shrink, The Animals, Animalism. Anything with Eric Burdon, I'm a fan of, especially The Animals. This one's got Lucille, Rock Me Baby, All Night Long. Of course, one of their hit songs, Hit the Road Jack. Very cool, love it. Also another upgrade copy for me, Motley Crue, Theater of Pain. Really don't need to talk about this one too much. There we are. See, and I'm switching it up on you now, so I've shown mostly what, rock. Showed some jazz before. Now, Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation. This was, I was probably in elementary school when this came out, so it was Let's see, 1989. So I was pretty young. But it's got Rhythm Nation on here. Miss You Much. Living in a World They Didn't Make. So very cool album. I'll finish show it back. This album is what we're currently listening to. It's like they're British, I know that, but it's like they call it jazz rock. I don't know. I wouldn't really classify it as jazz rock, but it's a band called Affinity. It's a very good album. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's a very good album. Here's the back. I would kind of just, I don't know. I'd probably just say rock. Definitely not psych. I wouldn't say psych or progressives, but just kind of a rock album. Sammy Hagar. Always get the question, are you a Sammy or David fan? Well, I'm kind of a both fan. I didn't really like David's solo stuff too much, but Sammy's solo stuff can be decent to listen to. I've only heard a couple songs on here. I think I've heard Free Money before, and I think Red is the other one I've heard. I have not heard the whole album, so I'll look forward to get to that. This was another upgrade copy for me. I have had this album pretty much since I started collecting. It was one of my dad's that I remember playing just because it was a whole side. So, Iron Butterfly, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. Really needs no introduction. It's on Atco. Like I said, upgrade copy. Next, Michael Jackson, Music and Me. Like a teenage Michael, it looks like. Next, love these guys, love anything by them. It's the Beach Boys. You see the tracks. This is a Texas band. Kind of psych music, psych blues rock type music, but they're out of Texas. A band called Fever Tree. I know a lot of you guys have heard them before, but this is from, what was this from? I believe in the 70s, obviously. There's the back. Very good album. I've listened to this twice now. First side I really like, and the second side, it's okay. San Francisco Girls would be my favorite, the song 2 on the first side. Check it out if you haven't. Now we got Coliseum. Morituri T Salutant. It's cool back. Next we have the Allman Brothers Band, Enlightened Rogues. It's got Pegasus on it, Sail Away, Crazy Love. It's a good Allman Brothers album. If you don't have it, pick it up. This one, another upgrade copy for me. Stray Cats, Built for Speed. You guys all know the song, Rock This Town. You know, Stray Cat Strut, obviously. But this is a mint copy, so couldn't pass it up. This one I bought for the cover as well. Listened to a couple songs on here, and it's very good. It's Elephant's Memory. Pretty trippy cover. Off of Buddha Records. I believe it's just a self-titled album. Yep. This is actually a German press, so it's kind of cool. Like I said, another upgrade copy, and this one's still in the shrink. Price stickers. Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. Still hunting for an original cover, but until I do, this will have to do. Another British band on Polydor. Slade. This album is Slade? Question mark. Did not have this Elton John album. This is Madman Across the Water. Tiny Dancer would be the main song off of here that you guys would have heard of. Not sure if any of these also became hits. Holiday Inn, I know I've heard, and Indian Sunset I've heard, but those would be the mains. Righteous Brothers, Standards. Since I Fell for You, My Darling Clementine, All the Way. Love the Righteous Brothers. This one I have not heard as well, but pretty much bought it for the cover. This is Son of Spirit. Recorded in Sun City West. You guys can see it there. A couple more here. Cheap Trick, Dream Police. I think this is my second Cheap Trick album. This House is Rockin', Gonna Raise Hell, Need Your Love. Good old hard rock here, or not hard rock, I just say rock. I wouldn't say hard rock, but ZZ Top, Tejas. London. I got Rare Earth. Had to put it in here backwards. It says Willie Remembers. And last one, we got Ringo Starr. This wasn't really an upgrade copy for me, but I don't know, I just can't leave some albums sitting there. This little roached right there. Actually did not have this in the collection, so I'll be interested to listen to this. I know John Lennon was on here. Randy Newman wrote a couple of the songs on here as well. George Harrison. So I'm going to give this a listen, and I'll let you guys know what you think at a later date. But so those are just some recent vinyl finds. Like I said, still you got to do some listening to them. They kind of sit down here until I listen to them, and then I put them away up here. So just wanted to make a video and let you guys know what I've been picking up lately. So thanks for watching, and I'll try to get another video made pretty soon about once I get some more stuff clean. So thanks a lot, guys.